Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Nine Dime Media, and I'm Dom. And as you can see, we are live. We are live. This is probably one of the first times I've done a live stream. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. And today we've got some interesting news for us. And that has to deal with the just checking my my stream here, making sure everything's all set, because for some reason I can't hear myself anymore. But yeah, it looks like you guys are getting it. But yeah, so in today's video, breaking news in the world of Tesla. The Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive is back. Not playing any games, it is back. And what I want to do right here is show it to you, as well as put it into my spreadsheet that shows whether an EV is right for you and do some calculations. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get into it. I didn't even have a chance to get my intro in here. That's how breaking news it is. So like I said, let's go ahead and start with it. Let's get over to the Tesla website. As you can see, they got the Model 3 here, and we're just going to click order. And so as you can see, you have the long range rear wheel drive right here at $29,990. But of course, that is with Tesla's, $7,500 tax credit and $5,000 in EV gas savings over 5 years. That's not the right metric to look at. So what we're going to do, I want this layout. So yeah, so what we're going to do, us, we want to give you guys the truth. And one thing we're going to do is unclick this button. So in that way we can see it's actually $42,490. And this is significant because the long range rear wheel drive Model 3 has not been a thing since like 2019. They phased them out in 2020 and went to just the standard range, long range, and performance models. They didn't do the long range rear wheel drive like how they used to in the 2019s and above. So after 5 years, it's back. So as you can see here, it has 363 miles of range, which is absolutely awesome. And that's definitely more than what people need. This thing is going to be a road trip king. Now, we don't have all the details as of yet. One of the details we're missing is the battery type, and if it actually qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit. Now, with that being said, if they say it qualifies, I can only assume it's going to be the current, I believe it's the LG pack batteries that they're using that qualifies for the tax credit. And then also it is probably rocking the 82 kilowatt hour battery, which is the same battery that's in the Tesla Model Y, Model 3 long range, and not the performance. I have to do some research on that one. But with that being said, as you can see, like I said, the 363 miles of range and 42,490. That's such a weird number to put it at. But then of course you still get the regular stealth gray, which is included. And if I'm getting this, I would be getting this for straight road trip. Like I have an extremely long commute of 100 miles each way, and I really need the range king. So give me the 18-inch photon wheels. I don't really care about interior. I don't really care for the full self-driving at this point. And if I was to hit continue, this is what it looks like, at least here in North Carolina, if I was to order it right now. Right now, I would have it for $44,130. And then the after tax credit is $36,630 here in North Carolina. So $36,000 car, a road trip king. Not really much needs to be said, honestly, with that one. So what we're going to do now is take these numbers and plug them into our spreadsheet here, which I want to blow this up for you guys. So if you guys haven't seen, this is my spreadsheet where I give you guys to use it in order to find out whether an EV is right for you. You can compare it against gas cars. You can compare it against other EVs. So there's 4 slots for EVs. And as you can see, I input the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive long range in here with against the Model Y long range. And looks like you have the Tesla Model 3 long range dual all-wheel drive. And then also the Cybertruck. I just left that one in there because that didn't really matter. So as you can see here, I put it in here as if I was driving 20,000 miles a year. and gas prices right now are at 337 years total, 5 years. My daily commute is 40 miles. My charging efficiency, like I said, that does not matter, and I pay 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So as you can see here, my cost over 5 years for the Tesla Model 3 rear wheel drive long range is looking at, for charging, is $1,813.94, which is relatively comparable to the 5 year cost for the Tesla Model 3 long range all wheel drive. Now, I know this is going to get confusing, so please try to keep this straight a little bit. But now, these numbers aren't too far off. So you're looking at about $117. So really not that much. But then, like I said, if you're assuming that it's using an 82 kilowatt hour battery like the rest of them, because Tesla does not like to change too much when they're introducing new things. Um, as you can see, it has the same points of battery percentages at different, sorry, tongue twisted. It has the same battery points at the different percentages. So you have 65.6, 49.2, 41, and 16.4. And if you haven't seen the last video, I highly encourage you to do so. But these figures are monumental battery stepping stones or battery levels that you want to be aware of. So now where we get the difference is in the range. So now we're looking at 363 miles, and even against the long range all-wheel drive, of course, it's a difference of 22 miles. But just look at this. At 80%, you're rocking 290 miles. Yes, 290 miles. Then you have 50% at 182 and 20% at 73. So looking at this against the Cybertruck and the Model Y, you're getting 30 miles more. But like I said, for most people who own Teslas already, this is not really super big, but this is monumental for somebody who's trying to get in and trying to get in at a lower price point, or somebody who has a lot of driving to do. And we'll change the commute to about 100 miles just so we can see what that looks like. But right now, the cost to fully charge is at $9.02, so no different than the other two. So what we're going to do here is change the daily commute to, let's put it at 100. Now, that's not going to change a lot with what's currently in here, except for the cost, or even the cost to charge fully, or 50% to 100, 0 to 80%, or anything like that. Where you're going to start seeing the numbers drastically change is right here when you get into the important charging costs, because this is directly tied to your commute. So if my commute is 100 miles a day, you're looking at, for the Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive, and that is a tongue twister to say, we're looking at an efficiency of 4.43 miles per kilowatt hour, which is extremely high. I think that's outside of the Lucid Air, that's number 2. So if I have a commute of 100 miles per day, you're looking at 22 kilowatt hours used in my daily commute, and it's only going to cost me $2.48 to charge. Of course, like I said, this is based on my calculations and my power, how much I pay for power, which is 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So you have per day is $2.48, $17.39 on the per week. The month is $74, and on the year you're looking at $906.97, which beats out the Tesla Model 3 long range all wheel drive cost per year. So that, and even the cost per mile is down to 2 cents per mile, whereas the performance and the long range and a lot of the others are either between 3 and 4 cents. So this is one of the first ones that I've seen to crack 2 cents per mile. So definitely, this is, like I said, this is definitely something for somebody who this is their first EV and they're definitely worried about range. Or this is somebody who works or is like a traveling nurse or travels a lot for their job and really wants to have the most amount of range for available to them to do whatever it is that they need to do. So definitely go out there, check it out. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe. This was a real quick one. I just really wanted to get this out to you guys so that way you could be aware of it. Make sure you hit me down in the comment section if you need anything, and make sure you go watch my last video and download the sheet if you're looking into getting an EV. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.